Hello, tutorial. For this get component tutorial play animation on key down, and then we called start running. The thing was that we did this from the start of this from the start method of this script that is down below and this script down below. Now, even though the thing was that when I pressed debug, what happened was that I pressed debug log start to. So this is start to will be written whenever the execution is in this place. While for the other script we have start one is written. So what we was expecting was that first this start will run and then this start will run. However, Unity has thing called multi-threading, and not just multi-threading, they have their own way of running the scripts on the parallel scene. So it is best not to call. So what happened was when I run the game, so first start 2 was called and then start 1 was called. Even though start 1 should have called earlier because this was start 1, just to play animation, and this should start 1, the start method 1. So basically execution started from this script, that is start was called here and then start was called here. So it is best not to, even though it should have been on the logic sense, it should have been played side that start should have been here and then start would have been here. But Unity does things in its own way, and it is a better practice to not call the other methods inside start. So what we will do is cut this and we will call it in inside update where the logic should be. So once we did this, once we did that, what we got to do is comment this line, and then what we will do is just call this method whenever whenever W is pressed. Let's for example let's whenever W is pressed, we will play this game. We will play the running animation and it should stay this way, and whenever E is pressed, what will happen is we will call the stop running method. So this animation will automatically be stopped. Again, autocomplete can simply autocomplete the function by itself, and now when we run it, what should happen is that also this transform.position, what it does is, regardless of what we press, that is W or E, it will keep on moving from on the forward direction. So we need to stop this and only do this when W is being pressed. So let's do this. And now when we run the game, it's not moving, but when we will press the W key, it will, the animation and what will happen is the animation will start to run infinitely, while the position will only be while the forward position will only be initiated whenever the W key is being pressed or is being down. So instead of it being down once, what we gotta do is call the function, and that should be able to handle that it should move or not move. So what will happen? What we should do is head back to thing called, and here we can make a state, small state that will movement let's make a float, or let's make an int public int direction. Movement direction should be the name, or we can name it as you like. So this is the movement direction. By default, we will place it 0. So what 0 means is it will not move. For example, 0 for not moving. That is idle animation. Play in this here. So let's, and here whenever W is pressed, movement direction would be 1, while the stop running would be 0. And inside another if and else, we can check the movement direction. If is equal to 0, else what we got to do here is play. We will alter that transform position here. Else do nothing if it's 0. If in case it's 1, then what we got to do is play it forward. So as it should be clear now, what it should be doing is, if the movement direction is 1, which is initiated after pressing 1, it will start moving forward endlessly unless we press E. What it will do is stop moving the object and playing the running and animation at the same time. So here we press W. Now the animation starts playing endlessly, and it starts to move endlessly as well, and it's keep on moving. And when we press E, it stops, and when we press W again, it should move again. So we press W again, and it started moving again. So this was the tutorial, and in the next tutorial we will see how we can add capsule collider and what are colliders. Also, before you guys know about colliders, I would highly recommend that you check the execution order of the script, and it's with this link. I will copy so you can find it later. And in this script you can see how the script methods are being called in the order. So first awake method is called of the script, then on enable is called, then reset is called. Reset is called when the script is attached and not in the play mode. Start is called only once for a given script. And then there is a fixed update method. So this is for initialization. All these methods, including start, reset, on enable, and awake. Awake you will see often along with the start. Rest of them not that much. For the physics, you will see tons of methods that will control your logic. Fixed update is called before the update, and then there are tons of methods that you can use along with in your script to give more order to your scenes. Then there are input events. Input events, if happen in this frame, would be registered in next. This is what it means. Till the point of on destroy. What on destroy does is destroy your current script. On destroy can also destroy the game object to which your script is attached to it, and so on. So I highly suggest that you guys check out this manual execution order, and this will help you clear out your stuff, that why your script, which method is being called first of your script and which is called later. This will help clear your concepts. And in the next method, in the next tutorial, we will be attaching a collider, capsule collider uh, on this of your character, and whenever or we can, so let's write it down. Either we will attach movement controlling script to your character, and then we will add collider, and we'll check to which thing your collider has collapsed to, has been in contact with, or so these colliders have their own manual, have their own manual, and there are tons of collider. So we will check each one of them in detail in the next tutorial. So for now, bye bye.